Hi guys! I keep missing the buttons to unmute the stream. I keep missing the button, which is why there's that look of panic whenever we come back after a break or the start of a stream. But welcome to Bike Club. It's Wednesday. Yay! Yeah, D&D and stuff. We didn't play last week, but we're back this week, which means the YouTube video is a week later than you would normally expect. Do apologise, but life comes before D&D, unfortunately. But yeah, are we all ready for some gosh dang Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Okie dokie. So, which of our bold and brave adventurers would like to tell us what happened last session, if you can remember?
I used a child to work out, and then I decided that wasn't quite enough weight, so I bench pressed a teenager and helped him impress other Vistani eligible whoever he was pursuing at the time, and it was a great day. That was all that was necessary. That's all that is needed to know. That.
I mean, the only notes I have from last session were good Strahd as much as possible and Das Vidania.
Why did you write Das Vidania?
I don't know. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
However long ago.
We got a lovely prophecy from some very nice people, and Davalin was a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that was...
That could be any week.
Yeah, well.
Alright, well, to sum it up, from this lovely recollection, it's really good to know that my players keep very good notes about the sessions.
Like, here are my notes.
I got a picture of a hamburger on one of my pages.
I have everything here, actually.
Herding cats. Herding cats.
We learned this story about a wizard.
Yes, you did. So, our brave adventurers set forth to the Vistani camp, and you heard a tale about a wizard that arrived in the land of Barovia and took on Strahd. They had a big fight in the mountains, there was lots of spells cast, but then the wizard was seemingly defeated by Strahd and thrown in the river, where he was washed away, never to be seen again. Shortly after that, you were sent to Madame Ava's tent for a Tarocca card reading, in which she told you of certain things and people to find to help you in your quest to cleanse the land of Barovia and to defeat the Devil Strahd.
Boy, I sure hope somebody wrote that stuff down.
I wrote down my prophecy. Oh, and I think I wrote down some other people's too.
Hey!
I have everyone's. It's fine.
I wrote them down as well, so... Which is good, because I'm the DM, so I kind of need to know that.
Yeah.
I don't write stuff down.
Shortly after, though, Davalin did notice a black raven flying out from Madame Ava's tent. Much to Davalin's horror, concern. Afterwards, Kerchak bench pressed some teenagers. Was very impressive in doing so. Chandra was entertaining some children, and Rahal was very unimpressed with Davalin and his general attitude. There were a few tense words exchanged between the two before you made your way back to Barovia to rest up for the night before you headed out towards Kresk in the morning. And that's where we left it. So, where we resume, you have all retired to your beds. It's the middle of the night, and I need you all to roll me a perception check.
In the middle of the night. 18.
18, very nice.
13.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Started today, like it did on
Starting
Monday.
strong, starting strong.
Oh, I got 9.
Okay, so Chandra, Chandra and Kerchak, you two, after a busy night, before you were tied to bed, you had a quick game of Wizards and Wyverns, and it took you out.
Of
you
course.
just passed out. You don't notice a thing. But Rahal and Davalin, you notice that from your window there appears to be an eerie glow in the street. What would you like to do?
What
Just
colour is the glow?
It's a very light white, almost blue.
Right. Can we see the? Well, can I see the street from my room?
Yes, you could. Yes, if you get up to your window and have a look.
I would like to get up to my window and have a look.
Okay, Rahal?
I want to see where the glow is coming from.
Okay, so you both leave your beds and head to the window. And outside, you look into the street. You see an eerie light suffuses the graveyard, which is just down the road from Ismark and Arena's house. From this light emerges a ghostly procession. Wavering images of strong women toting great swords, woodwise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All of these, and much more, march forth from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second. And you see that they're moving, and it's almost like a procession. There are men with pikes with flags and banners attached to them. There are peasants. You see a huge array of people, ghosts, phantoms, marching the streets, headed in what you can only assume is the direction of Castle Ravenloft.
Is there anyone else out in the street?
No. It's literally a ghost town.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to respond to this. How far away are they from the Ismark and Arena's house?
Like 200 feet.
Oh.
They're a far distance away because the graveyard is, away
To
down the
the
way,
town.
but it's definitely very noticeable in the night.
How late at night is it?
It's midnight.
'Cause this is real.
Can I leave my room and see if anyone is still out and about downstairs?
Yep, okay.
Arena and Ismark.
You head out of your room and you head downstairs. You can't see anyone around right now. Roll a perception check, another one for me.
That's 18 plus.
Jesus Christ, woman!
I'm sorry! It's different dice all the time. It's me. 24.
24. Okay, yeah. You hear upstairs the creaking of a floorboard and the shuffling of feet. You know that it's because you guys were in like the guest rooms, which are over on the other side of the house. So you know that it's from where Ismark and Arena.
I'll go there. I'll
Okay.
go there and ask them.
Okay, you head upstairs and you see that the door to Irina's room is slightly ajar, and through the gap in the door, you see her there. She's not in her armor. She's in nightclothes, but she is still clutching her sword. But she's intently staring out of the window.
I knock on the door anyway and go, sorry to disturb you.
As you knock on the door, she kind of goes, "Oh, Rahal, I'm sorry. You startled me."
Just me. Are you... She's not seeing it because she's on the other side of the house, right?
No, she can't see this now.
There are many strange things happening in this place, so maybe it's nothing unusual for you, but there's a strange procession leaving the graveyard going up to the castle. What?
Her eyes, she looks down for a moment. It's the March of the Dead. It's the spirits of those trapped in the domain. Trapped, killed by,
So you can't even leave the place if...
All of us are trapped here. All of us. These people, they came here like you. Centuries. Some of these spirits are centuries old. They came here, they tried to defeat him, and they all met the same fate.
Has anyone ever interacted with them?
There's stories of people trying, but there's nothing. They have one goal. They march to the castle, and then they do it again, and again, and again.
But they're not harmful.
No,
No one's been hurt by them.
no.
Okay. And every night or
No, it's every few months.
every few months?
It's not a common occurrence. It's
I say thank you. Are you alright? I mean, considering the circumstances, shouldn't you be sleeping?
it's hard to sleep when you can feel his eyes on you.
I leave her room. I wish her good night.
Mhm.
And I go to Davalan because he's the one doing the spirit thing and he's got gods and shit.
So you make your way to Davalan's room. Davalan.
Yeah.
Do you knock on the door?
Yes, I do.
Question is, do you have a sunny disposition?
I always have a sunny disposition. Come in.
Hi, you're still standing at the window?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what's happening.
Yes.
Right.
It's like the Sunday morning parade. It's just much more horrifying.
It's, I went over to see Irina. She says it's the spirits of those that have fought Strahd before.
Oh,
They don't seem harmful. Do you think maybe they could be of help?
perhaps they have information. If they've tried to fight him, then perhaps at the very least they can tell us what not to do.
That's what I was thinking. Feels weird agreeing with you.
Well, you know what they say. Even a broken druid is right twice a day.
What a bitch.
Right. Rahal will remember that. She says it only happens every few months.
I think we need to capitalize on the situation then. Shall
Right.
we wake the others, or is this something we should attend to ourselves?
Fuck no, that would wake the others. I mean, I'm not going out there just with you. I mean,
What? You don't believe in my earnest while protection?
I don't care. I'm out. I don't
Holy
actually
defender of
care
all that
about
is good and
He's still talking.
great
I
in
can
the
hear
world.
him through the wall, but I'm out waking the half-orcs.
No one appreciates art anymore.
All right, Chandra and Kerchak, you have Rahal rousing you from your very deep sleep.
I'm probably not in a bedroom. I'm probably more in one of the sort of like loungy areas of the house, just really sort of sprawled out on one of the sofas.
It's like upside down with like a leg hanging over
Yeah,
top.
like the most awkward sleeping position that couldn't possibly be comfortable. But then you realise, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, sort of thing.
Wait, that's
Like,
not where his head
that's
is.
how Kerchak sleeps.
Right. I sort of, with a little spray of mist, like with the druid craft, I wake them up.
Well, we're in different rooms, I assume, right?
Yeah, I know, but one after the other, but basically, okay,
Who are you gonna wake up first?
Kerchak, because you tried to carry me.
The surprise probably rolls me off of whatever sofa or lounge furniture I'm on.
How can you sleep?
I'm up.
I thought your head was up there. No, spirits outside, trying to defeat Strahd, failed. They're walking, they're marching. This is a chance we might get information.
You said words.
Yeah, just come, get up, and I'm. Next one. Chandra?
I am sleeping in one of those like 1950s style like super gauzy night dresses. And I think my makeup is kind of like half rubbed off. I didn't really bother to take it off. And so when the mist hits me in the face, I like just bury my face deeper into the pillow.
I start shaking her. Chandra?
I think I just like swat at you.
Do I have to roll something to dodge that? Or
No, if you just want to dodge it. I mean, she's asleep,
Chandra-
so a big hand just, it's pretty
Yeah,
easy to
I don't
dodge.
think it's hard to.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Skype, what did you just do?
Well,
What?
welcome back.
Things just seem to rearrange and then happen to be in the same place again.
yeah.
Okay,
Is
we're
everything
back then.
okay? Am I
yeah,
still
we're
here?
good. We're still good.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Thanks,
Cool.
Skype.
But yeah, I guess I can cooperate and get up.
So after a bit of gentle persuasion, Chandra and Kerchak join you guys waking up. So do you head
Where's
outside?
the procession? Yeah, because I'm assuming they're still marching, so
Yeah.
we need to catch up.
Yeah, you can see, that you saw from what you could see in the window, this was a huge procession. This is not like 30 people. This is like 30,000 people.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put some
after I
oil on
was
my lantern and give it a little light. Hook it on my belt.
after I was woken up, it doesn't take too long for me to get ready.
Mm.
I'll have just probably sat on the front step, just watching all this happen. Maybe every so often, like flick a pebble at them or something. But I've just been stood, like sat there watching.
I'm an elf. I always look impeccable.
I'm
Not if I have.
I
anything
didn't
to say about it.
do anything. I just look like I got my nightie on and my smeared makeup.
Well, I mean, yesterday's wings are today's smoky eye, so you're
Yeah.
fine. So you head out into the street, towards the procession. As you approach, there's no reaction from anyone in the procession. They just sad, haunted faces marching slowly in step with one another. People of all races, all creeds, all genders.
I'm gonna try to touch one on the arm.
Okay. As you do so, your hand passes straight through.
Seeing that, I just kind of like waft my axe through a few of them, entertaining myself.
Yep, straight through, no reaction. They just keep marching.
I turn to Davalon. Can you do anything? Is your god? Is that buddy upstairs?
I mean, it's usually more of a cleric's job, but I can try simply talking. We haven't tried that yet.
Oh, I was waving and saying hi, and
I suppose so.
I lean into Rahal saying, "That's his way of saying he probably can't do it."
so we could technically just walk straight through them and all that.
Mm-hmm.
From what
There
you've
is-
seen thus far, yeah.
There is one thing I'd like to try, actually.
Mhm.
I'd like to pull my rapier from the scabbard,
Mm-hmm.
say a short prayer.
Yep.
In the name of the Dawn Lord, I beseech you, come forth unto my blade, light of the dawn. And I would like to use my Channel Divinity Sacred Weapon to make my weapon magic and glow.
Yep.
And I want to see if I can tap one of them with the magical weapon.
Passes straight through, no reaction, no effect.
Maybe at the front? How far is the
Um,
front away at this point, the people at?
Oh, the people at the front. When you first saw the procession,
Mhm.
it wasn't the start of it. You're not quite sure how far into the procession you'd seen, but now that you're up near the church, you can see because you recall the road you went down to go to the set pools, the camp, and you recall that is the path you also take to get to the castle, and you can see the spirits down that path. And as you look up at the mountain, and as you look up at Castle Ravenloft, you can see its drawbridge, which is currently lowered, and you can see the spirits on there as well.
I'm gonna start playing that song on my dulcimer.
Okay. Roll me a performance check.
17?
17. Okay, so you begin playing the mournful tune you'd learned from the Vistana on your dulcimer. And at first, there seems to be no reaction. But after a few notes, there's a ghostly sound that almost seems to be mirroring it back at you.
Ooh, can I tell where that sound is coming from?
You can't quite tell, no. It seems as if it's just coming from the spirits in general.
I'm gonna try playing. I'm like gonna mix up the melody
Mm-hmm.
and see if that does anything.
The second you start playing the Vistana's melody, it stops.
Uh-huh. Can I tell what kind of instrument it is?
It's really difficult to tell. Roll me a...
Bye-bye.
Oh man, this is a tough one. History check? Let's go with history.
Okie dokie. 14.
14, okay. It sounds like it could be an organ.
Ooh, okay. And then if I start playing the Vistani song again, it starts doing that again?
Yeah, it starts picking up
Okay.
again.
Okay. So, and anytime I mildly deviate from the... Oops. Anytime I sort of deviate from that, it stops.
Yes.
Okie dokie. I mean, I assume my teammates notice this, right?
I'm just gonna say, we are here to fight the devil. If there's any help you can give us, just make sure your souls can leave this land. This is your chance.
The faces...
Try-
It's really stupid saying it, but
They
Try
don't
try
react.
singing it. Try singing it.
There is one more thing I could try, but it's a little bit aggressive.
Go on.
Won't do any damage.
Oh, I'm losing interest rapidly now.
I can try to turn them away.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, so...
I'd like to step into the procession, sort of into the middle of it, and I would like to turn the unholy.
Okay, you move to be in the middle of the procession, and you notice that they don't divert around you, they just walk straight through you. As you focus and attempt to use your divine powers, it has no effect.
Can I divine sense?
Yep.
Are these actually undead?
It doesn't ping anything on your holy radar.
I would like to disbelieve.
You'd like to disbelieve. You sit there and you're like, I don't believe this is happening. It's still happening.
While he's disbelieving, I'm just there, sort of like doing a little pirouette through the ghosts.
Oh, so it's not an illusion. But they're not undead.
That's a lot of them.
Well,
Did you do the thing yet?
yes, they're not undead.
Did you do the thing right?
I can't exactly do it wrong.
There's a first time for everything.
I'm so sure I did it right. Yes, Judge.
I'm not convinced, but fair enough. I mean, I'm literally seeing ghosts, so...
Yes, and it's not an illusion either.
What
If
was
you
that
say so.
music that reacted to you playing, Chandra?
That's the melody that we learned on, or that I learned on entrance to this world. It's the sacred song of the Vistani. That the legend is that one of the Vistani was given his spirit over to the violin.
But where did it come from? Did I hear where it came from, the organ? Or, I mean, I didn't know that it was an organ, but the music.
To you guys, all it sounded like the music was just surrounding you, like it came from the procession itself, not like individuals within it, as if the entire thing was echoing back.
Right.
Do you think it's possible that the curse of the violin is taking on more and more souls?
Yeah, I think it's just Strahd, basically, preventing them from leaving this place. We are trapped here, as are they in all eternity.
I
Sure.
don't know.
But why?
See, I don't know if these are the spirits of the people that were taken or killed here.
That's what Irina said. I don't know anything about that.
If they were spirits, if they were the ghosts of the dead, they would show to me in my sense. Unless this is purely a spectacle put on by Strahd to keep his servants in line.
Which, to be fair, is quite a good idea.
It is.
I mean, without having to go out into the people and lob a few heads off, make them see the dead people every so often, and keep them quiet.
Whatever this is, though,
I kind of agree with this. Like, this is, well, I remember not agree with it, but I get the method. Good idea. Keep the people under your thumb by showing them the dead people. Well done,
whatever it
Strahd.
is, though, I'm completely out of ideas of how to interact with it. I'm still stood in the middle of it all while this is happening.
Yeah,
So
I think
am
we
I.
all are. I think we all are.
Just have a conversation. People keep walking through us.
The dwarf.
No.
It doesn't feel strange when they pass through us. It doesn't feel like anything.
Feels like nothing.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Well, I think it's trying to draw us to the castle.
Mm.
But we got the prophecy of things to find before we go into the castle, so I think it's probably wisest to go get those things.
As much as I wish to end the devil's reign, I agree with you there. I think it'd be best to gather some equipment before we take him up.
We still need to take care of Irina as well.
That we do.
No
We
use.
made an oath.
As you're standing there, in the distance, back towards the townhouse, you hear, the howl of a few wolves. You're not quite sure how many.
Can I try and tell how many? I mean, I would know.
Yeah, roll a nature check.
Can I try and see how far away they might be?
That's a 19. I'm not actually just 22.
Okay, with that astronomical dice roll, you figure there's maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 wolves.
Mm-hmm. Someone said some.
Kerchak, you know that you can tell, like, just from being where you are, that it's back near the house. Like, near the house.
Right, well, if it's close to the house, I'm going to go straight back, because wolves near a house where I'm staying? How dare they?
I'm turning to Davlin. Didn't the Vistana say something about werewolves?
They did, but Irina also mentioned that the wolves around this area were particularly vicious. Either one of
yes.
those things is a bad thing.
But I might be able to talk to them. Not to turn them away. We can kill half of them. I'm not that attached, but maybe they know where the werewolf is.
Oh, you can talk to the wolves. Right.
Right, yeah.
I thought you meant talk to the werewolves.
That too. Later.
Let's just go deal with this. You can do what you do. Over there.
Just
You do you.
They are just wolves, but those people are just people. They don't know how to defend themselves, as you can tell from the myriad of empty houses around here. And the scratch marks along them all.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying, are you going back into the house or are we dealing with the wolves? That's the question.
No, we're going for the wolves.
You're going for the wolves, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I already
fine.
have.
But just leave one alive, then I can talk to them.
Defender of light and such.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sort of in my MO to help people.
Alright,
I only
okay.
heard Karchuk things in the house, so.
Onwards!
Okay, you're sprinting back to the house?
to glory.
Are you running
Mhm.
or are you just taking your time?
I'm running.
Okay, so
I
you
have
take
my
off.
sword up
Of course you
very
do.
I'm
heroically,
walking slowly.
still glowing like a beacon.
All right, okay, so you run back towards the house, towards the sounds of the howling, and as you get closer, you can see that the lights are now on inside the house. Lamps have been lit, and as you get closer, the dim light from inside the house is illuminate the outside, and you can see 4 wolves circling where you can see, jumping at and scratching at the windows. You can see peering out of the top window facing the road that you're on is Arena, and she has her sword out and ready. As she sees you, she's like, quick, help me get rid of these wolves before he comes.
First thing I do then is lob a javelin at one of them.
Prepare to
Okay.
make your end,
So,
mongrels
like-
of filth.
As I'm coming into range, it's like, poof, javelin, axe, out.
Right, okay, so roll roll to attack for your javelin, and everyone else roll initiative. I need some paper. Shit.
It's a 22 to hit.
Get that.
Yeah. Because I'm strong. It's a d6 for a javelin, right? Ooh, 5 plus 4. 9 points of piercing damage from a javelin.
Dang.
And then initiative's going to be, ooh, shit, 19.
Okay.
I like Kerchak, he rolls well.
Hang on, let me just roll initiative for these puppies.
Puppers.
Puppers.
Poopers.
Gum.
Does your belly touch your bum?
Very sensitive about that, Jim.
Sorry, didn't mean to bring it up.
Well, these wolves are rolling like shite for their initiative. Okay, 25 to 20.
20,
Oh my
not
God.
natural.
20 not natural. Okay.
Buy some new dice.
I rolled 4 different dice over the last 2 games, and so
20 to 15.
19.
19. What's your dex?
1.
Okay. Okay. What did you get, Chandra? Sorry.
14.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
-2.
Oh God.
wow.
Okay. 15 to 10. So we got Chandra at 14.
No, I was at 17.
Oh, you're at 17.
Yeah,
Okay. Dav. Okay, and then we have. Okay, then. Right. Okay. So top of the round we have Rahal.
I thought Kerchik had 22 initiative. No,
Oh,
that was the
No,
attack.
22
That
was
was his
the attack.
Are there any clustered I can get more than one in the moonbeam?
2 of them are pretty close within.
It's a 5-foot radius,
Yeah.
so
They're like next to each other. You know.
I'll get the 2 in a moonbeam and then I'll go dire wolf myself.
Okie dokie. So that is a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay.
14.
Well, they both fail. So roll your damage.
Nice. Where's my D10? Two D10, right? Yeah. 2d10 radiant. That's a 10 and a 3. I don't add anything there, right?
No, no.
So 13 radiant damage.
As you bring down your moonbeam, those wolves are just fucking disintegrated. Just gone.
That was quick.
Well. Goodbye, puppies.
I mean, it's a wolf.
Puppy. All of it.
Stop.
Puppy.
They're all puppies. Okay.
They're all puppies.
I meant in regards to them instantly dying, not the fact that they're puppies.
Okay, so at that, the wolf that Kerchak had just thrown a javelin in, it spins round and it looks very, very rough, mind you, because it does still have a javelin sticking out of it. It turns towards your group and it seemingly you look at its face and it's growling and its mouth is frothing and its eyes are like red, and there's so much rage and anger and hatred in those eyes. It's very unlike anything natural. You've seen, Rahal, you've seen aggressive animals before. You've lived in the wild. This is something else. This is not natural. And it runs and it charges and it jumps and it aims straight for Kerchak. So it's going to make a bite attack against you.
Please do.
That is a 15 to hit.
Just hits.
Ooh, okay. And that's D4s. What the shit, man? Come here. Pick me a dice. It does. 7 points of piercing damage. And you must make a strength saving throw, please.
Ooh. Oh, I'm terrible at these. Oh no.
You're so bad. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe it. That's a 19.
So as the wolf pounces upon you and its teeth push deeper into your arm and it begins to rend, it tries to drag you to the ground, but you hold firm and you shake it off your arm. Okay, after that, it's now your turn.
Well, and then just look at this wolf on my arm and go, I can do that too. And then enter a rage as a bonus. And then just thwack with my great axe. Oh no, if it's on my arm, I won't be able to use my great axe.
It let go. You shook it off.
Oh, let go?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, great axe straight down on top of it.
Smush it.
What are you gonna bite it back?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Maybe next time. 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet. Oh, D12s. I love the. 10 points of slashing damage from the D12.
So, as you turn, you notice that your arm has been ripped by this wolf. You grab
rage damage as well. What's
rage damage?
+2.
+2.
+2. So 12 points.
Okay, so you look at your arm and it fuels your rage. You lose all sense of rationale and logic, and you are just committed to destroying this creature. You take your great axe and you just spin and drive it straight down, splitting its skull in two. It lets out a small whimper before it to the ground.
Nice.
Alright, okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
Probably move up closer to the house.
Okay.
If I can.
Yep, you certainly can, yeah. At this point, you're basically at the front door.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Okay, Davalan, you're up.
So there's only one wolf left, right?
Yep.
Okay. I sort of turn to Rahal and go, so we're keeping this one alive?
I nod because I went wolf myself, thinking they'd be more of a challenge. But you see a dire wolf nodding.
Okay. So I want to run up to this and just with the hilt of my blade just pummel strike this wolf in the temple or top of the head. Wherever a wolf's physiology you would hit to knock them out. And I get... That's not the best roll in the world. I do get +9 to that though.
Jesus fuck.
So that's 18.
Yeah, that hits.
And then it's because I got my glowy sword on. Gives me my charisma to attack rolls. I do 10 points of damage.
Okay, you...
Non-lethal.
As
No
you
lethal
run up
damage.
towards the direwolf, it spins, it growls, and you see the same anger and hatred in its eyes. It's not direwolf, I don't know why I called it direwolf. It's just a normal
Thank God.
wolf. You see the same anger and hatred in its eyes, and it growls at you. As it does, you bring your pommel down on its head. Clunk. You give it a really good hit. It shakes its eyes, its head. It seems vision's blurry for a moment, but then it resumes its growl and snaps at you.
I just sort of look down at it and just pull the dagger out and smack it with the hilt of the dagger.
Alright, roll attack.
That's going to be an 18 again. Alright, this one does so much damage. Oh, I rolled max damage. 4 damage.
You only needed 1.
Oh,
So after the first bunk, it doesn't go down, but the second one you're like, bunk, and it goes. It's knocked the fuck out.
that's the second enemy that I have knocked down to 1 hit point and then killed
Just
with
gone.
a dagger.
So now, you are currently at the base of Ismark and Arina's house with 3 dead wolves and 1 unconscious wolf.
One moment.
I turn back from my wasted wild shape. So we wait for Stu or just keep going?
Keep going. It'll be alright, I think.
And I cast Speak with Animals.
Mm-hmm. It is
Once
currently unconscious.
I was about to say once the wolf. Should we tie up the wolf? I've never had to do that. That's fine.
I mean, I could just hold on to it with a rage.
Yeah, you
but
just-
my other plan was to just do a quick lap around the house just to make sure there's no other wolves around.
Okay.
But
Alright, you brought a
I'm
cup of tea.
currently raging, so I probably would do my idea first
You
before
do
anyone
your-
else's suggestion. So
Then I would
Yeah.
ask Davalin to just make sure once it comes back. Once
well,
it
in that case,
regains
then yeah, I'm
consciousness.
doing my lap around the house while you're doing your interrogating of a wolf.
Okay, Kerchak, you roll a perception check for me, please.
That's gonna be a ginormous 4.
Ooh. You don't see anything.
Ah, I see. I mean,
No,
I don't.
you
see.
don't.
Are we still in initiative order?
No, not at this point, no.
Alright. I would like to take my rope out and hog tie this wolf. Like,
Okay,
literally, all 4 legs together
you hog-tie the puppy
with a bow.
with a bow.
I think I've probably moseyed up by now, and I just say, "Great job, everyone."
Chandra arrives fashionably late.
Because everything Chandra does is fashionable, without
Yeah.
fault.
And if the wolf comes back, I
Yeah,
Speak
so
Animals.
it
When-
takes a few moments, but the wolf snaps back to consciousness, and you can see it test its bonds. It wakes up, it's snapping, it's thrashing around, obviously very distressed that it has been hog-tied.
Who's saying
It still has
down?
like the crazy rage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oops, shit.
Can you hear me? Can you understand me?
What you get back from it, it sounds like incoherent screaming and shouting.
Ooh. This wolf, I say to the others, is mad.
Well, I could have told you that from them clawing at a house. But
Well,
what exactly sort of madness is it?
screaming, shouting. I try and get through to it. Who sent you here? Where's your pack? Why are you here? What are you doing?
In between the screaming and the shouting, you hear you hear words like master, commanded, and you hear those like repeated over and over. The pack, master.
I'm just. I say the word werewolf. Does it react to that?
No.
It doesn't say here, wolf.
Say Strahd.
Strahd.
You hear master.
That's him.
Even the local wildlife is in cahoots with this devil.
Not entirely sure. they get much of a choice either.
No.
I take my dagger and slit its throat.
As it dies, you hear a very soft thank you. Very, very
They're-
faint. Very
Yeah.
faint.
I turn to Devlin. They're not in
Thank you.
cahoots. They're not in cahoots with him. They have no choice.
I sort of meant it in the general sense, as in they're working to. Well,
Well, you
what I mean.
don't
You know
seem
what
to
I
make
mean.
much of a difference between these two things, so just for clarification.
It's enough to know that we
Suffer
have to
as
be
much
careful
as we
around
do.
them.
I go up, check on Irina.
Okay. So you head up to the front door, and you try it. It's not going anywhere. That door is firmly locked.
Irina!
You hear like a few seconds of silence before you hear what appears to be a heavy sounding piece of wood lifted, and then a thunk, and then the door opens. She's like, "Oh, are you okay?
Yeah,
Is everyone okay?"
they were just wolves. Mad wolves, but they're gone.
Yeah, it's not the first time this has happened. Come on, come inside, come in. She ushers you all in. And then she shuts the door and replaces the heavy wooden block in like they've made a very makeshift lock on this door, an extra barricade. And as she comes in, you know, she's checking over everyone, making sure they're okay. And you see now she's very hastily put on some of her armor, so she has like the chest plate is just roughly thrown on. She's holding her sword. It's not unsheathed; it's still sheathed. But her and Ismark are there. Ismark has a crossbow that he has loaded, but as you enter, he lowers it and unloads it. And they both look very, very frazzled and quite scared.
How often does this happen?
Well, recently it died down a little bit, but well, Father died because there were a series of attacks like this, and his heart couldn't take it anymore. It was worse in the early days when he came, and he would send them first, and then he would arrive afterwards. And
Sorry. If he does come, we'll do our best to protect you. That is our job.
I think he knows. I think he knows that I'm trying to leave, and I think he's trying to stop us.
He
We can
won't.
damn well try.
Right. Ismark has begun barricading all the windows again. I'm gonna go put on the rest of my armor and find some alcohol. And she walks off and
Shouldn't be alone. Yeah. I just turned to the group. She shouldn't be alone in her room tonight. She won't be
No.
sleeping much, but if he comes,
Well, we were gonna leave today anyway, right?
well, in the morning.
Yes, I
Midnight
don't
now.
think traveling at night is wise.
Oh, it's just still night.
yes,
Yeah.
it's still
Oh, I
night
thought
because this has happened. The procession, you noticed, was at midnight, and you heard the
Right.
wolves while you were checking it out. So it's still the middle of the night.
Right, fair enough.
1 second.
I think Rahal can sleep with her tonight.
Yeah.
And I wink at Rahal.
I won't even get it. I don't even
I'll
get it.
sleep by the front door. I'm still on the inside,
Yeah.
but by the front door.
All right.
Probably best.
Okay, so you notice that Ismark is he hasn't let the crossbow, he hasn't, you know, it hasn't left his side. He if he's not got it in his hand, it's propped up right next to him while he's, you know, reinforcing a window or double checking that, you know, the nails are in correctly and all this stuff shut up. He turns to you and says, I am sorry that you were dragged into this. I'm sorry that your lives might be on the line. But thank you, earnestly, thank you so much for helping us tonight. Hopefully by staving off the wolves, you've chased them away.
I got to hit a thing. Don't apologise.
It's not your
Mind you,
fault.
if you could stop pacing around like a nervous that would be great. You're putting me on edge. Just chill. Sit down. Have a drink. Put the crossbow down. I'm going to sit here by the door. Just stop with the pacing. Please.
I'm sorry, I just... The literal devil of the land is after my sister. I'm anxious, but I'll stop.
If he's after your sister, he's not going to come through these windows, is it? Just stop pacing, keep your head. I'll stand by the door, and by stand I mean I'm going to sit on the floor next to him, because standing's going to take too much effort. If you hear anything, it'll be my screams first. Relax.
Look, I think it would be best if everybody just went to bed, and I will tuck in oh shit, what's his name?
Ismark?
I'll tuck in Ismark and tell him a bedtime story to calm his nerves. Do we have milk or anything he can drink?
You get the feeling that milk is probably not in high supply in Barovia. It's a bit of a hot commodity. But after
Transylvanian cow.
After Kerchak's somewhat comforting words, Ismark, he sighs, he runs his hands through his hair, and he says, "You're right. I'll keep an eye on upstairs. Or I'll try to rest. We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Rahal, if you wouldn't mind just checking in with my sister."
Yeah, I'll just make up on the floor. I'm used to that.
I can get you blankets or something if you need them.
Got the furs, it's fine.
Thank you. Then he heads upstairs. Alright. So, Davalon, what are you doing?
What's everybody else doing? I missed a part of it.
Well, Kerchak's...
Rahal's...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you
No.
go ahead.
Rahal's with Irina in the room. Kerchak's in front of the door with, I'm thinking Ismark. Is he also going out?
No,
I've
Ismark's
pretty
gone up
much
to his
told him
room.
to chill out, so I'm by the door by myself.
In front
Yes, Ismark
front
is
door.
getting tapped
Yeah.
in by Chandra.
Okay, I'm just gonna go sit with Kerchak. I've at this point already rested for as long as I need to for the night because elf. So I'm just gonna sit down next to Kerchak and just say, "You should get some rest, get some sleep. You need it tonight, Aunt." I'll wake
That
you up.
was the plan. I was just going to
We are
make them feel
gonna
better with
sleep.
having a giant half-orc sat next to the door.
Yes.
I did intend to have a sleep.
Good.
It just made the little man feel better.
That's very important.
He had a crossbow. He's obviously not going to get close to a wolf. But at least if I wake up in time, I'll swat whatever gets close.
I'll probably I will sleep as well, but I'll sleep as a direwolf. So if something comes in, I'll hear it hopefully better because also more comfortable.
Are you entering Irina's room as a human or as a direwolf?
As a human, I will tell her about my plan.
Because she'd be like, "Oh God, it's here!" Ah.
Well, she's seen me before like that, hasn't she?
But there's still a convenient knock on the door.
As a
and then all of
tiger.
a sudden, a wolf
Yes,
happens.
yes, she
Tiger
had seen
thing.
you as a tiger, yeah. But as you head up to her room, she's a bit curious, you can stay in your own room if you
Yeah.
like. I mean, I'd appreciate the
I'll-
company.
I'll be here. Yes, you can pet the wolf. That's fine. Don't tell Chandra. But That way we can both sleep, because if he comes, I'll hear him from a mile away.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Sure I will, but, you know.
I'm
Pretend it's fine.
And that your shapeshift only lasts for like an hour.
yeah, but they'll be asleep by then, so she won't notice, hopefully.
Shh.
An hour and a half.
We're in
Just-
cahoots.
Just wake up early enough to turn back, and then pretend you're asleep the whole time.
But after a little while, Irina does settle down. She has taken off her armor because you can't sleep in play. It's not very comfortable. But you note that it's not far from her bed. Her sword is practically in her bed with her. You know, she pretty much sleeps with a hand on it. Before she goes, she sleeps. She says, "Thank you, Rahal. I really do appreciate this. I'm sorry we keep asking so much of you."
Well, we want to get out of here as much as you do. Don't worry. We're all on the same side.
Let's hope tomorrow will be a brighter day, huh?
Don't put it into these words, because that's what the elf does the whole bloody time. But yeah, I'm with you. In general, yes, brighter days would be good.
Thank you again. And then she goes quiet as she sleeps. Okay, and as you all begin your night's sleep again, we're going to take a quick break. So we'll be back in like 10 minutes. See you soon.
Yes. I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
We're back. We're in. Hi. Break. So fresh. Such fresh.
Seamless. Seamless.
Anyway, so we return from our break. Our heroes freshly rested after having a uninterrupted night's sleep from that point onwards. It appears that there were no further attacks in the night. So, you wake. Irina is not awake yet when you awake, Rahal. So if you want to do a sneaky beast shape.
no, I'm just going to. I mean, I could say I turned back before she woke up. So.
Bite your hand and then drip it all over the floor leading up to the door. And then put like a bloody hand mark on the door and then
Why?
walk outside.
Says
Ow.
the paladin.
No, it says
No, that
Stuart.
was Stu. Javelin
No,
would
that-
never say that.
No.
Davalin would
Ever.
never.
How do I in this moment like Javelin more than Stuart?
I mean, it's very easy to dislike me.
Anyway. A simple, humble breakfast is prepared, and Ismark and Irina have gathered their belongings, what little belongings they want to take with them. Basically, it amounts to rations, some water skins, and a few changes of clothing. Not a lot, and a small pouch of gold to bring with them. They are ready and prepared to go, so it's just on you guys. And if there's any preparations you want to make before you set off this morning.
Quick question is, did we buy rations last time? Because I know we entered a shop, but
No, I don't believe any of you bought anything from Bildrath because he is
it was horrendous expensive.
a
Yes.
con artist, yes.
Right.
His
I'll
prices are
try and-
astronomical.
Try
These
and
prices are
Anyway.
crazy.
No.
And I was unfortunately outside when his son, who was jacked, showed up, and I was ready to arm wrestle him for a lower price, but I was outside for that.
But
I didn't write
If
write
we
it
go
down,
back, we can
but I'm
arm
pretty
wrestle.
sure his name wasn't Jack.
It
Chandra
wasn't.
did win his heart, so you never know.
That is true.
Plenty of time in the future.
Yeah, no, I have literally 0 things to do before we set off, other than maybe squeeze in a couple of yoga positions,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
because
do
you
your
got to
morning
keep
stretches.
supple.
Well,
Gotta
yeah,
keep
yeah,
supple.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be one of those muscle men that can't lift up a bag of
I'm-
shopping, you know?
Yeah, I'm a totem barbarian, not a frenzy barbarian. So like, I respect my body. I'm not just all attack. So
My body is a temple of unending rage.
that, yeah, what the paladin said.
Okie dokie. So you gather your gear, and you're all set to head out. So you head out into the street of Barovia. It's early in the morning, so you can make full use of the day. As you head outside, there are no bodies of the wolves you killed. They're gone.
well, we wouldn't have had time to cure the leather anyway.
And because I was by the door as well, did I not hear anything?
You didn't hear a thing.
Cheeky bastards.
Not even my elf ears.
Like a little
Yeah,
radar.
radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, elf dar.
Like bat things, beep beep.
Okay, so you make your way out towards the road that you took to go to the Sepul, the Vistani camp, as that is the main road through Barovia. And that is the direction that Kresk is in, as far as Ismark and Irina are aware. As they're walking, they'll let you know that this is called the Old Svarlich Road, and it has been in Barovia since Barovia existed. This has been the main thoroughfare of the country since it was a thing. It's been here forever. So you make your way out into the town. As you head out, you hear what sounds to be a small cart. And you hear rickety wheels, like the squeak of a wheel, a wooden wheel, as it's pushed along. You hear rumbling. And as you look to hear the sound, you see what appears to be a very old woman pushing a wooden cart, which covered with a cloth. She doesn't seem to notice you, but she has stringy white-grey hair that's tied up in a bun that has a pin through it. She's wearing a raggedy old shawl, but she stops at a house, so she knocks on the door. A very weary-looking man opens the door, and As he regards this old woman, his eyes light up. You can't hear what's being said, but there's an exchange of gold and a small item that maybe could be a pastry is handed over. He smiles broadly and shuts the door, and she moves on. The next house, she knocks. There's no response. The next house, she knocks. She's getting closer to you now. A couple of houses, she successfully manages to sell this, and as it gets closer, you can see indeed she is selling what appears to be very, very nice looking pastries.
Do Irina and Ismark know her?
Um,
Are they here? Even?
Ismark and Irina are with you. They
Just want to watch them how they react to her.
They don't seem to know this woman.
I'm sorry, they do or don't know her?
Do not know.
She's selling pastries.
Yep.
Bad feeling about this.
I, on the other hand, have a great feeling about this.
How can you not
pastries.
know her? There's not many people left here, are there?
Oh,
Someone like
that
her
was...
would-
Davilan didn't say that. That was just me mumbling to myself.
But Irina says, I've not seen her around. Unless she's travelled from Vallaki, perhaps. Vallaki is a town. It's along the Svalich Road. It's the kind of the midpoint between us and Kresk. We'll have to stay there for a little while. She may have come from there. I know there are a few isolated farms, villages, small, very hamlets, really, on the way. So maybe, but she's not from Barovia.
Kerchak keeps nodding, but he's actually paying more attention to the pastries. They're getting closer.
And she is getting very close to you now. She's about 30-40 feet away, and as she gets closer, she kind of goes, "Oh, hello, dear. Or could I interest you in a pastry?" Dream pastries. They're so good. I baked them myself.
Are you just calling them dream pastries, or are they official?
Well, I've heard they're so good they make you dream of fluffy clouds and happy places. But you know what people are like. Everything seems wonderful in this place.
Are these meat pastries or fruit pastries?
It depends. What do you like? I make both.
Well, I don't want any of those dream pastries because my good dreams aren't exactly the fluffy cloud type.
I like you.
I
Big
like you
strapping
too.
lad like yourself. I could do you 2 for a gold.
Oh, is that good?
I
Just turn
normally
to
sell them
anyone
for a
else.
gold
We
a
usually
piece.
barter, so...
Well, it depends on what you've got.
I don't eat
Miss-
much in the way of pastries. So.
Miss, with a huge question mark on the end of every miss.
Morgan.
Miss Morgan. Okay.
Miss Todd.
Try the priest. But she gestures you over to her cart. She says, "Come take a look. There might be something you fancy in here."
Dream
I
pastries.
definitely go over and take a look.
Me too.
Okay, so as you approach the cart, she throws back a sheet covering the top of the cart, and inside you can see there's a bunch of pastries. They're divided. There's fruit pastries. There's like berries and apple. There is what appears to be like pasties, like Cornish pasties, sausage rolls. There's whatever your little baked goods heart's desire is in this cart. It's like
I'm
Greg's,
after
but
the,
worse.
Ah, okay. So, Grags.
I think that was-
Greg's.
It's Grags.
Scrags.
I'm after the Cornish pasties and the like.
Do we have Cornwall in Barovia? Not Cornish pasties if they were made in Barovia.
Barovia pasties.
Yeah, Barovian pasties.
Barovia pasties. Still
Anyway,
doesn't
so-
sound any better.
She says, "Can I interest you then? Can I tempt you?"
Oh, you're very tempting, Miss Morgan. You.
Flatterer.
Oh. You don't mind if I ask where these have come from, do you? Because folks around here don't seem right on top of the game, farming like and what have you. So forgive me for the questions.
You're right there,
Please.
Jamie. That sounds like that. That looked like that was very painful to string a sentence together.
I had a burp that I was fighting back, and I fought it back for the sake of.
She says to you, she says, my home is just out of town. I have a farm with animals and trees for berries, and I trade in from Volaki and Kresk. I travel here. I do good business with my pastries.
Do you live on your own on this farm?
No, my daughters live there too.
Oh. So you get all of your ingredients from the farm, or do you trade for some of them?
I trade for some, yes.
I'm convinced.
All right.
Yeah, I'll get a couple of pasties for the road. Why not?
Okay.
Would you be interested in trading for some of these? And I make 10 good berries, which I've prepared because we're walking and we don't know what's happening and all that. So,
What are these?
well, I'm afraid you won't be able to bake with them as they disappear after 24 hours. But just one berry, it tastes like heaven and it fills you up for the whole day.
Tempting. It might stop my daughter Bella from eating half the produce. She has a sweet tooth, that girl. Yes, all right. I'll do you 2 pastries for all of those berries. Or 1 for 3, 4.
Well, if it's 1 for 3, then it would be, because I have 10 berries right here, it would be...
My stock is valuable.
That's...
I usually sell these for $1 apiece.
Well, I use ancient magic to create them. I don't think there's anyone here in this world who could make them.
Well, you should start selling them. You'll make a fortune.
I'm trying right now. I mean, if it's 3 for 1 pastry, then for 10.
It's a few. It's 30.
It would be 4. Like, I'll try and barter 4 pastries for the 10.
4?
Right. Well, or we'll go 3 for 1.
What's your name, girl?
Rahal.
I like to know who I do business with.
Yeah.
I'm Morgan.
Morgan.
Yes. And you can see that she's kind of like looking at you. And she kind of almost extends a hand as if she wants to take your face and turn it side to side. And like that, to just look at you. She's, you're very pretty, Rahal. You're a very pretty girl. I tell you what. 4 pastries for your berries.
Have yourself a
pastries are people.
I know, but Rahal doesn't.
This isn't Sweeney Todd. Or is it?
She extends a very bony, withered hand with long nails.
I give her the berries.
And she gestures for you to take 4 pastries. And
Okay.
Kerchak for you to take your 2.
Yeah. I do
Morgan.
so.
What kind of animals do you have on your farm?
Oh, all sorts. Livestock, mainly. Chickens. We had a cow, but she, well, a wolf got her. Athalia didn't lock the gate, and, well, wolves are going to eat livestock. It's just in their nature, so I don't bear any ill will. And as she says that, she kind of looks out to the trees, where she says, I don't bear any ill will.
Can I come
It's
visit
alright.
your
The wolves
farm?
around here are quite squishy.
Sorry, what was that, Marissa?
Can I come visit your farm?
Absolutely. We're the old windmill down the Svalich Road.
Do you happen to know, it sounds like you've lived in this area a long time, do you know where there is a crypt?
A crypt? Hmm.
Or have you heard, since you've traveled so much, do you know where the Master of the March is? Marsh?
Hmm. I know there's marsh to the west of Valaki. Maybe that's where you'll find the person you seek.
Tell me,
Yes.
is this Vilaki that you speak of?
Mm.
It seems to keep getting mentioned by many people that we talk to. Is
Mm.
it sort of a central point, as it were, in this realm?
Yes. It's a town, a rather large town. The burgomaster is a bit of a strange man, fond of his festivals, but, well, we all have our quirks. It's quite important, yes.
Well, thank you very much for your pastries and your lovely conversation.
Yes, I must be
Though-
on my way.
I believe we must be as well. We have a pressing matter to attend to.
Right, well, I'll be off. Enjoy.
We'll make sure to stop by if we find ourselves in your area.
Please do, please do. And then she covers up her pastries and then she totters off back down the road.
To kill you. But Davalan doesn't know that.
So it's too good, at least.
This whole time, like, Ismark and Arena have been a bit like,
Too sweet.
As I walk back, I because I have two,
mhm,
not Cornish pastures.
mhm.
I pretty much shove one of them at Ismark and say, "There you go for calming down last night."
He very gingerly accepts it from you and stows it for the time being, seeing as you've just had breakfast.
I did intend to save mine for the road as well, but I just felt like passing one over to him.
Is it with you and pasties?
He says thank you. He does thank
Hey.
you.
Never you mind.
I just realised you and buying pasties.
Yeah, it's a theme.
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It's right. Someone else facilitates the buying of pasties. I just buy the pasties.
The man's
If
from
I
Yorkshire.
couldn't, I
What can you
wouldn't.
want from him?
It's
Right.
pastry and meat. God damn it.
All right. Okay. So, are you anything else you want to do while you're still in Barovia?
Anything else? No.
Do you want to
No.
go say goodbye to those lovely Vistani ladies?
I do.
Do a firebomb,
Tempting.
maybe.
Very
I know.
tempting.
With a
Oh, wait, are you
fire
on about the ones
team.
in the tavern? You on about the ones in the tavern?
Yeah.
Right. No.
Oh wait, hey, I haven't described what I'm wearing yet.
No, you haven't. What's
No.
Chandra's
Oh.
outfit
I've
been
today? I'm
waiting
so
this
sorry.
whole
New
So
outfit. Yeah. So Chandra's face is like completely gilded,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like little gemstone teardrops
Mm-hmm.
going down her cheeks, and then there's like a stage armor. So it's like it's a fabric
Yeah.
that's folded and padded to look like armor, but it's not armor. And then so that's just on the top, and then it goes down into like one of those super high tutus, like the really really stiff black swan type. And then she's wearing boots up to the top of the tutu
Mhm.
with like daggers sewn into that. But like the daggers aren't real. They're not a weapon. They're just decorative, you know.
That's so
I
metal.
love this so much. I love this so much. If we have any people that wants to make fan art, please do Chandra's outfits.
All of them,
Just
All of
all the
them.
time.
It's
Please
a crash
don't
course
do-
in
don't-
character
don't-
design.
yeah, don't do any of the scenarios or anything. Just Chandra's outfits.
If you want to
Please.
practice your fashion illustration,
If anyone's studying fashion,
okie dokie. So you begin to make your way out of. Oh shit! All my pages are stuck together.
I think
Out of
on the
the
way, I'm just at one point. I just when did you get up to do the gold thing?
I woke up very early.
Where did you get the golfing from?
That's a tradeswoman's secret.
Somehow Chandra always happens to wake up before everyone else, even if someone else has stayed up all night. She's still somehow stayed up before.
Yeah, I wake up a good 4 hours before everybody else, and she's still awake before me.
Yeah.
See, but what you didn't realize is that after she tucked in, what's his face, she just went and started working on her makeup.
Chandra does not sleep. Her 8 hours of rest is putting on makeup.
Yeah.
Like it.
It's meditative.
It counts.
Okay.
It's canon now.
It's canon. So, you're walking for a couple of hours, and it's the same road you travel to get to the Vistani camp. You can see the cart tracks, and you see again the crossroads with the hangman's noose, still empty, after you'd cut down, not Davalan.
Maybe it was Davalan.
Maybe it was. So you head further down the road, and you are walking for some time, but the road begins to change from being a trodden path in the woods and the flat farmlands into a winding path. It's to like a mountainous path, as the landscape around you is changing from flat field land to more hilly, more mountainous, more rocky kind of deal. So after a while, it starts to turn into like a trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into like a small valley. In the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its waters dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare.
I think that's the windmill Morgan mentioned.
And you can see that there's like at the side there's like a small like barn with a little paddock that looks old and shit, like it could fall down in a light breeze, but it's still standing. You can't see any livestock currently out in the paddock though.
It's like what, midday-ish?
Yep, it's about getting to about midday. Yeah.
Oh, we're already at her farm?
Yeah.
Well, we were travelling for quite a while.
Yeah, you've been walking for
So, yeah.
quite a few hours at this point.
See, I can't comment on the livestock thing because I've never seen livestock before.
You damn city boy.
I want to go over and pet some of the animals.
Okay, so you approach the windmill. As you get closer, you see that the barn is completely empty. The trough, not a trace of water in it, no food. There's not even like straw on the floor. It's as if nothing has been in there for quite some time.
So where's the cows? Oh no, they said they lost the cows, didn't they? Where are the chickens? I want to see a chicken. I've never seen a chicken before in my life.
Never seen a chicken.
Not a live one, at least.
Kerchak refrains from saying, "Have you ever seen a mirror?" Refrains. But just so we know, the thought was there.
Is there anything that looks like a farm nearby?
No.
She said windmill west. A farm down by the windmill.
Yeah, I turned to Ismark and Arena.
Mm-hmm.
So how many windmills are there in this lovely place of yours?
Ismac says, I don't really know about much outside of Barovia, to be honest. We weren't really allowed to leave. As kids, we went to Vallaki once or twice when father had to go there. But I remember old Bonegrinder.
Bonegrinder.
Yeah, I remember it because Dad used to always say that, you know, if we were naughty, he would sell us to the hags and they'd grind us up and make bread.
Sorry, did you say hags?
What?
Yeah, hags, scary stories to tell children. You know, keep us in line, because, I mean, I was a bit of a pain in the ass as a kid, and I understand. To be fair, I understand.
Okay. So what we're saying is this could be Morgan's place, or it could be A place to send naughty children.
What if it's both?
Kerchak, Rahal, have you eaten any of those pastries?
No.
I mean, I'm not hungry yet, but I was getting there.
What I've learnt so far from being here is that the scary stories that children are told aren't stories here.
Okay.
Oh, do we want to investigate the windmill?
If there are hags there, I suggest we do.
What's
And
a
if there
hag?
are hags there,
I mean, other than what would hags actually do other than being scary?
you on a really bad day.
Right, that's horrible. We should be prepared. No, you've got a
From-
point. That's absolutely fair.
Can I make a religion check about hags?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, if it means I get to work out some tension, I'm perfectly fine with this course of action.
18.
18. Okay, you've heard of hags. You know, in your bestiary and from talking with other members of the Order of the Gauntlet, you know about hags.
Right. So a hag is an extra plane of being that prays.
Not them.
An extra plane of being. Some from Arbora,
That-
some from Gehenna.
Typically, their names are
Yeah.
Miss Morgan. Wait, what?
Yes. There are some who call them Morgan. From what I've heard from the Order of the Gauntlet, a hag is a creature that preys upon the insecurities of people. They make bargains with them that they know the people cannot keep, trading things for more than goals. The one variant I've heard of the most is the green hag. They say that they're fond of eating people.
Well, I guess I'm safe then, because I'm a very secure person and I'm not exactly a people. I'm a people, but
I
I'm
would
cute.
say we have a few secure members in this crew.
Well,
Yeah, I think this is the best sort of party to do that shit with. Everyone's so full of themselves.
For valid reasons.
so,
All right, so you investigating?
well, either one of two things is going to happen. We're going to find out there's a jolly old number of people within this windmill making lovely pastries, or we're going to find out that there's some horrible, dastardly hag that's going to try and eat us.
She has daughters. She didn't say how many.
Was there any mention of a husband?
No.
No, there wasn't. But we know for a fact there's a Bella.
And Ophelia?
Maybe.
I wasn't listening that well.
I only heard Bella. And by only heard, I mean I only wrote down Bella.
Was Bella the cow?
No, Bella's the
Was a
eldest
daughter.
daughter
Bella
who
was a
eats all the pastries.
Right.
That.
But she mentioned another name. Someone who left the cow thing open.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Bella. That was Ophelia.
Ophalia.
There we go. That's what I said. Ophalia. So, two. I really want to eat those pastries. Let's go. I want to see those two lovely daughters making lovely pastries.
I'm the same. I want to eat them too. But if
Well-
we find out it's hags, at least when we get to the next town, we can sell them instead.
You will not be selling those pastries if they are from hags.
We won't sell them, Wink, if he is Wink around Wink.
I'm right
You're
here,
just
you know.
saying wink, right? Not actually winking.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely saying the word Wink. Making sure that he definitely
We
knows
should
I'm
check with
saying-
Irina and Ismark because are we just leaving them there? We're supposed to protect them?
At this point,
Well,
we
it's
notice
probably
Mark.
Safer for them not to go in,
yeah.
right?
They say, well, if you want to go check out that windmill, we'll wait out here. We can shelter in the little barn
Barn.
bit if it gets
Mhm.
wet.
Yes.
We'll be here. Ismark
Keep
has
your-
his crossbow. Irina has her sword.
Keep your weapons out and yell very loudly if there's a problem.
Trust me, you'll hear Ismark. And he's like, very nice.
Subtle fist bump to Arena.
She's like, okay, so as you approach the windmill, the onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy grey sky. You see grey brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
More blasted ravens.
I think that's a crow.
Can I do a nature check to see what kind of corvid it exactly is?
Yes.
I've rolled a natural fucking 20. This is getting old. This is... I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Its name is.
I haven't
Its name
rolled
is
anything
Jeremy.
below 18 today.
Lydia
Its
picks
name
up
is
her
Jeremy.
dice.
It has a media degree.
Yeah.
Lydia picks up a dice and realizes it doesn't actually go lower than a 16.
I can't even show you the dice and blame it because at this point it's 4 different dice I've been using.
But with that natural 20, that is definitely a raven.
It's a raven, you can tell by the tail feathers, and if you look at the claws exactly, you can see that it's a
Rahal.
raven.
You couldn't have let me have this.
No.
Can you
I
talk
respect
to it?
that. I
Plus one.
respect that.
Plus one for the elf.
No, hello? Plus 1 for the druid.
I
don't
knew
know
it was
what
a
I would
raven
think.
before you.
You guessed.
Rahal, can you talk to it?
Try. And I speak with animals.
Okay. So what do you say? To the raven.
I say to Chandra, what do I say to the raven?
Tell him it looks good. Tell him
Hi
it's
there.
sexy.
Mr. Raven, my weird golden companion would like you to know that she thinks you look sexy. What?
As you get closer, you hear that the raven is saying, it's like danger, caution. And then
Alarm!
as
Alarm!
as you say, look sexy, you go, danger? What?
We mean no harm. We're just travelers. No danger from anyone.
You should go. This is not safe here. Go.
Why?
Go. Danger awaits.
What's
Says
it saying?
danger awaits.
Oh,
Are there
Um,
hags inside?
I do not know what a hag is. I know that they are very dangerous, evil people.
ask them if any of them turn green.
Do they turn green, the evil people?
I haven't seen that.
Have you seen what do the people look like? The dangerous ones.
Ugly, horrible women.
Ugly, horrible women.
Do I know enough about hags to know that's a
tell-
hag?
How many?
That's a hag.
3, but 1 is gone.
3, but 1 is gone.
I say we take them now while there's less than all of them.
And are they warned as well now? With you going? Is that your...
They will have certainly have heard me.
Right, just...
We have superior numbers. Let's just go.
We're gonna kill them now. And...
It just goes, okay, and then flies off.
Tell the bird I love it.
the
Also,
golden
did
Harvard
Rahal
loves
say
you.
that in common, or do we just hear?
Yeah,
You,
basically.
you hear the call.
Yeah, you would hear the raven cawing and then Rahal cawing back.
Ah, okay.
But it's really bizarre because when she responds, there's almost like an eerie echo. She's making sounds that a human shouldn't be able to make. But on top of that, there's like a ghostly echo to every sound she's making as she's casting this spell.
I'm just gonna pretend to follow the conversation until I know
Rahal's
what's
still
going on.
making human facial expressions throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going off facial expression. It's like, oh,
That was a very nice raven. Even the raven has accent. I have never heard an animal with accent.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this?
Are we? I don't know. Yes, I think so.
All right. I want to bust down the door like A-team style.
Okay.
Lean
Roll
out.
a athletics check.
I want to get sort of prepare Moonbeam as soon as I see one of them. And
What's my
Moonbeam.
athletics? Oh,
I'm
no.
I'm wanting to prepare a similar athletics check for the inevitability that is this.
That looks like a good roll, Stu. What was that?
looks like a.
Eh? That looks really impressive.
I got one.
So what minus is
What
this?
was that, Miss? I
Please,
missed
we
that.
didn't hear that.
Yeah?
We didn't hear that, Stuart.
I got one.
What was that? No, sorry, you left
Oh!
to repeat. I'm a bit hard of hearing.
Just with the drinking and everything.
No, I got a one. I rolled
Oh.
one.
Twice,
Oh,
a little bit louder, once with a bit
I
more.
got a one. I
I
rolled
think
a
he got a
one.
1. Susie, I think he got
I
a
rolled
1.
a one.
I think he got a 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he
So
said.
Davalan is prepared. He's ready to smite some fools, and he has his rapier drawn, and he's like, onwards to victory! And he takes a running attempt at this door, but he just boom bounces off like one of the guys in Takeshi's Castle during that one where they have to smash through the doors. He just bounces the fuck back.
The honeycomb maze.
I weakened it.
Top-notch.
Kerchak, to glory.
I want to do the same thing, but better.
Athletics check, please.
I have a +0 to athletics.
It's a natural 19. With a +6 to athletics, if
So-
that makes any difference.
As everyone's gathered around the door ready to breach and clear, and Davalan bounces back, Kerchak just watches Davalan bounce, steps in front, and just puts his foot on the door and presses. Just poof, and it slams open. And you can see inside now the windmill. And it's very dimly lit. But as you enter, you see that the ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen. The room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet, sweet smell of pastries blends horridly with the stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odour comes from an open, upright barrel in the centre of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up causes the old mill to shudder.
I push past Kerchak and go, fiends!
Okay,
Death has arrived.
as you enter and you step into the room, you hear and feel something break and crack under your feet. As you look down, you see that small human bones completely litter this floor.
Like baby bones?
Yep. Like very small human bones.
Can I see any of them to trigger my?
Nope, you can't see any of the inhabitants of this windmill currently. You can hear them. They're upstairs. But you can't see them just yet.
Oh, that was a brilliant moment of surprise.
Okay, so what do you do?
I charge inside and slash at the closest thing that vaguely resembles a person.
Okay, so that means you would have to head upstairs, and if you're heading upstairs... Oh, Skype just froze for a second there. If you're heading
Can I
upstairs... Oh,
Can I shout after Javelin? Oh, that's a chicken, by the way. And then
I just stop. Oh. So that's what they look like. Or it's what they had fur. Onwards!
I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Can you not make him roll an intelligence for the fur fly? Just to make me feel better?
Yes.
Oh boy, where's my paper?
I'm just like standing around admiring the cabinet.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I've got like, it's all across like 12 books. Okay, can I get 25 to 20?
22.
22.
What can I say? My dice only respond to plot.
20 to 15?
19.
19 for Rahal. Anyone else? Guys.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so that's 10 to 5.
14.
Oh, sorry,
One of
15
these
to
days.
10. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
one of
check.
these days I'll play a Dex character. One of these days.
One day.
And what did you get, Chandra?
2.
Oh. So
Ooh.
I wasn't kidding about standing around looking at the cabinet.
Also,
Yeah.
you weren't kidding about the -2 to Dex, were you?
Nope.
Hey, I have a +1 to Dex. I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
100% increase.
that brings us to the top of the round. So Davalan, you are currently at the top of the stairs in the windmill. It's not very big. We're talking about 15 feet wide at a push.
Okay. Can I see people?
You
do I
can
advise
see, as
see?
you get to the top of the stairs, you see the horrible hag-like visage of Bella and Ophalia stood waiting for you.
Okay. And rapier out, I just sling it to the side and incant my sacred weapon,
Mm-hmm.
causing it to burst into light and say, "In the name of Lathander, prepare to die." And I just lunge at the closest one.
Okay, so that would be Bella. So roll your attack, please.
That is 27.
Yeah, that'll just about do it.
I'm gonna smite on this as well.
Jesus.
No, Lathander, I think.
Okay. 25 points of damage, with 11 of that being piercing, and the rest is radiant.
Okay, so 11's piercing.
Yeah, and my weapon does count as magical.
Right. Well then. Give me a second. Just gonna do this on a calculator because it's easier. Alright.
Jab them good.
She laughs as you plunge your rapier deep into her chest. But she's still very much standing.
Okay.
Okay, and at this point, it's now her sister's turn. Ophalia, she screeches, welcome. And she then... Because she stood next to her sister, so she can't... God, that's a pain in the ass. She is going to try and claw at you. While she can. While you're next to her. Where's my dice? Dice! That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, that's my AC.
Haha. Ooh. This is tasty. And that is... 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I think she can only do one. Yep, okay, so... that as her... Actually, she's going to step back from you guys, so she's at the other side of the windmill. Stu, she's stepping away from you.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to calculate hit points. So I get an attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, you do.
That is a 16.
16. That, I believe, does not hit. Nope.
Oh, wow.
So, that brings us to Rahal.
Can I hit both of them in Moonbeam? Or would that Davalan be there as
No,
well?
you could hit one of them or hit one of them in Davalan.
I'm going to hit the one that's not Davalan.
Okay, so you're aiming for Ophalia.
Ophalia, Moonbeam, and then I go Direwolf.
Okay, so you would have to go to the top of the stairs though, because you guys are currently like.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I would have been running as well after the
Okay.
chicken.
Okay, so you cast Moonbeam on Ophalia. That's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
So let me do that.
DC 14.
She rolled a. She rolled a 17.
Yeah, that makes it. She still takes 5.
Yep.
Radiant
She
damage.
takes 5. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn?
The bonus action Direwolf, and
Yeah.
I think that's all I can do.
Okay, so now it is Bella's turn, and she is right next to Davalan, and she's pissed. She is going to. Yeah, shit. She's right next to him. Bollocks! Fuck you! She's gonna claw at him. That's 20, not natural to hit.
Yeah, that does hit, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is. Oh, Matt has had 20 total slashing damage. She rolled max damage.
Ow!
Yeah. Hags, man. Hags.
I'm gonna need some healing.
Okay, Kerchak, you're up. No, actually, she is going to. No, she can't really move anywhere, so she's stuck there. Okay, Kerchak, you're up.
Okay, cool. Will I be able to move up to any of them on my turn?
Yes.
So that I'm in melee straight away. Sweet. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Are they together?
No, so the windmill is about 15 feet wide.
Right.
Bella is pretty much at the top of the stairs with Davalan, and Rahal very close next to them. Ophalia is over at the other side. So
Right.
just beware if you want to get into melee range with Ophalia, Rahal does still have her moonbeam up.
Right. Okay. Will I be able to get to Bella?
Yes, you could get to Bella. You could maybe go round the back of her,
Right.
because you could get there with your movement.
Yeah, I'll go straight for Bella then.
Okie doke.
And with bonus action rage,
Mhm.
then great axe, massive swing.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be. I don't know if this hits, but does a 25 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Ah,
Yeah.
how convenient. For 9 points of plus 2, 11 points of slashing damage.
11. Very nice.
I have to remember rage is a thing, not just for damage, but not just for resistance, but for damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you bring
Yeah.
your axe down across her back, she kind of she hisses and she like lets out this like horrible cackle / scream. It's a sound you've never heard before. It's almost as if she kind of enjoyed it, but it also hurt like fuck.
That's fine. She'll get another one.
Judging?
It's like drinking iron brew.
It's like drinking iron brew. How?
Well,
not
when
the
you drink iron
association
brew,
I
a
have.
half orc randomly appears and hits you with a great axe
Apparently.
every single time.
All right, Chandra, you're up.
Living in
Congratulations.
Scotland, I can confirm this.
I have a question.
Yep.
How close to them do I have to be for bardic inspiration to work?
Just as long as you can see them, I think, isn't it?
No idea.
I think. Actually, I don't have my PHB.
Oh, let me grab it. No, I got it right here.
So do I. Bard is right next to Barbarian.
Barbarian.
So it's right next to me. I have it with a Bard page now. Inspiration.
60 feet. 60 feet of
Good
those
effort.
who can hear you.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
to
you
see them.
can, wherever they are
I'm
in this
just-
windmill, you can pretty much inspire them.
I'm just gonna keep looking at the chest and just shout, "You're all doing great, sweeties! You're very talented fighters!"
Okay, you have to pick one person to inspire, though.
Okay. I'm gonna inspire Kolchak.
Nice.
Okay, so is it D6, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
D6.
D6
right now,
at
yeah.
your level, yeah.
And it's 2 attack rolls and
Saving throws.
saving throws. It is saving throws as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every D20, basically.
Except you can't add it to damage.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I was
you
asking.
Yeah,
do that.
ability check.
Scout, I think Valabard can, but
Mhm.
Yeah, ability
Well,
check,
that can't.
attack roll, or saving throw.
yeah, cool.
For anything but damage.
Okie dokie. So, after that, Davlan.
Oh god, lay on hands. I was on 3 hit points.
How much?
3.
3. You put in 3 hit
What?
points.
No, I was on 3 hit points.
Oh, you were on. Oh, oops.
Yeah, I'm giving myself 15.
If it's in a constellation, I'm on 38.
And then, that's all I can do.
Okay, right. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Just a minute. Right, so that brings us to Athalia, and she is going to bring her hands up.
She also takes damage, I think,
Yes,
in the
she
movie.
does. She does. I do not have enough desk space for this. What the fuck?
No.
She rolled a 12.
Nope.
So
She takes the full 11.
takes the full 11. Right. So Athalia is going to bring her hands up, and she's going to begin. She starts saying incantations, and she brings her hands up like this, and 3 glowing darts of magical force fly out of her hands and strike Rahal.
Oh, constantly.
Okay, so.
Howls, snarls.
So, what should I make for my next character?
We so
A
smart.
frenzy barbarian. So we have both barbarians.
So
Be
you
great.
do you? I've never used magic missile before. So Stu, is it? Do you
Yeah.
roll for each dart?
You can do it either way. I think the official one is you roll once.
Roll once.
But-
Okay.
It's whichever's more fun for you. As a DM, I generally try and just remove as many dice rolls as possible. 'Cause
Okay,
Otherwise, you
yeah.
spend forever doing it.
So the 3 darts of magical force just fly out and they hit you, plunge right into your chest, Rahal. You take 5 points of damage.
Oh.
And she cackles and says,
Do you remember to add the +1s to those?
"Hang on, shit."
You can roll a lot of ones then.
Well, you'd
No,
have to
I-
roll a 0 to get 5.
No, okay, I rolled once for all the darts.
So that'd be 6.
6.
Oh,
Sorry,
Still on
fucking
31.
brain. Oh,
It's alright.
simple
It's alright.
mathematics. Ah,
Combat's crazy, yeah. Magic Missile is such a painful spell to calculate
it's
sometimes.
such a bollock. But she checks and asks her sister
Oh,
if she's okay.
do I, the concentration, do I use my own stats or the wolf stats for that? My own thing?
Yours, I believe, because it's no. If
No,
it's mental, you use yours, but if it's body, you use the animal. So because it's Constitution,
Rolled an 8, which is, I do. No, it's half, no, it's either 10 or half the
half the,
Yeah.
the
Damage.
damage. So it'd be 10 for you because 6 is nothing.
Yeah, because I'm not quite sure how concentration works.
I have 2 constitution plus 2, so
You
10.
make you managed to hold concentration. Just
Yay.
okay. So after that, Athalia's turn. Rahal, you're up.
If I attack Athalia, I beat the moonbeam and take damage as well, right?
Yes.
How big is Moonbeam?
5 foot radius.
Oh no,
But
if
as
it's
a-
5 foot, it's just on her then, because a person occupies 5 foot. But it's radius,
But it's radius.
so it's
it
10
can-
foot diameter.
Yeah.
So if you were in it, yeah. Why is there so
Um,
much maths?
I know. Can I attack the... can I attack Bella, or are there too many people clustered around her at this point?
You could. Yeah, there is like, she's kind of got one side to a wall, there's Kerchak behind, Davlan in front, so she does have a side you could attack her on.
I'm going to do that then. And try and knock her prone as well.
Okie doke.
Hanging up on her.
Focus. Focus.
Roll the 19.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And it's
What-
pack
what's-
tactics, so I can roll again. No,
You
roll a
have
7.
advantage.
Yeah. That's 24.
Range rates are good, guys.
5,
Mhm.
3, 7 piercing damage, and a DC 13 strength save, or be knocked
7
prone.
piercing. Okay. Give me a sec. Strength saving throw. Oh yeah, she makes that.
There.
Okay. So you bite into her arm and you tear and you try to pull her down, but she resists. Okay. So after Rahal, is there anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay. After Rahal,
Maybe
it's-
can I back up a little again, or am I leaving her melee and like
if you
attack
did back up, you would be leaving her melee, and you'd
Okay, I'll
walk
see.
into your moonbeam.
It's a very small room.
It's a very tiny room.
No, that's fine then. I'll stay.
Okie doke. Alright, so now it's Bella's turn. Shit. Give me a sec. Yeah, sorry, this isn't very thrilling, but...
It's okay. It's your first big combat in this game. I mean, not in general. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. No, she can't. Fuck!
Fix
She
it in
can't.
post.
Dang it!
Well-
Why you guys got to corner this so mean? She's gonna claw.
I'm thrilled if it
She's-
makes any difference.
She can see that Davlan is looking very rough, and she's gonna claw at him. Because it makes sense to do that. That is a... Ooh, you jammy fuck. That's an 8. She misses. I imagine having a druid hanging off your arm as a direwolf will throw your aim off a bit.
No, it's just my beautiful dexterity and elven agility.
Somehow
Mhm.
you hear a wolf
Cry.
groan in the pain. Just
You see a wolf roll its eyes.
Personally, I think it's the light glinting off my muscles somewhere else in the room that really did it.
Jesus Christ, the egos in this party. Okay, so after Bella we have Kerchak. Mr. Muscles.
Yeah, the muscles. The muscles.
Mr.
that are
Muscle.
gonna Mr. Muscle is
Simply
going
drink.
to. The correct phrasing is relentless attack.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna get advantage, but you get advantage as well afterwards, just for shits and gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, natural 17 with a +6.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that hits.
It's a good thing I did because the other one was a 3.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be 8 + 4, so 12 plus, so 14 points total with the rage damage.
Okay.
And that's still on the one that I was on.
Yeah. You do
Yeah.
notice somehow in the midst of your rage that your physical attacks against her aren't quite doing the damage that they should.
That just
It's still
annoys me
hurting
further.
her, but not quite
Hmm.
as much as you expected them to.
Right. Fair enough.
should that
That
apply
just makes
for
me
me as
more
well?
angry.
Sorry, I forgot to mention
Does
that
it-
to you.
Did it
No
apply
worries.
to my attack?
No, actually, you noticed that your weapons, it found
Shite.
its mark. It hit true.
It's because Lathander guides my blade.
Okay, Kerchak, if there's nothing else you want to do?
Yeah, no, there's nothing. I don't think I can do anything as a bonus currently, so no, I'll just leave as is.
Okie dokie. Chandra, you're up.
I am going to cast Crown of Madness
Ooh. Okay.
on Bella.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do I need to roll to see if it succeeds?
I believe that's a saving throw. I'll just check. I have the
Yeah, it says. I think
It's
she
a-
has to contest it.
wisdom
It's a charisma
saving
roll.
throw.
Oh, just charisma. Something like that.
Oh, come here, dice. I can't. Oh, she fails. That's a big fail.
So she's gonna attack her sister.
Okay. I think that happens on her turn.
I think so.
Okay, so you now have control of her, basically.
Let me just see what Crown of Madness.
Yeah, the
does.
charm target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. So on her next turn, you've commanded her to hit her sister.
Commander though, just she makes an attack on someone else, but it's random.
No, it's who
No.
Chandra mentally chooses. So she's told her to hit her sister, and she has to comply.
Do we know what Chandra's chosen?
Yeah, you will see above Bella's head that there's like a jagged iron crown twisted on her head. You will see that there's some sort of magical effect on her right now.
Okay.
I guess maybe you wouldn't know if she's casting a spell or if I'm casting a spell, but
But you would see a spell effect is currently affecting her.
If it's aesthetically pleasing, then we know it's Chandra.
Oh god, it looks fucking
Otherwise-
fabulous.
Oh.
Is it the sort of super high Lady Gaga crown thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
Basically, if it looks good, it's on our side.
it looks
we
fucking
all look good.
amazing. It's like got the kind of ironwork that you know has to be done by a master iron worker, where like everything's all like wrought into each other and makes little animal shapes fighting each other.
Amazing. Okay, so is there anything else you want to do in your turn?
I mean, I think that takes my whole turn, right?
That's your action, but if you've got anything you can do as a bonus action, you could do that.
I mean, maybe open the cabinet if I can do that, but
Okay, because to cast Crown of Madness, you'll have had to like go up halfway up the stairs to see Bella and be like,
yeah. So
But you can go back down and open the cabinet if you choose.
yeah, that sounds good.
I don't actually know what's in the cabinet. Oh, okay. As you open the cabinet, you can see that it appears to be full of like baking ingredients, like flour, sugar, several gourds, but really more macabre. Hanging just inside the door, there's several locks of hair.
Gross. Ooh, but okay.
And you see that there's like a shelf, and it has like glass vials and glass bottles, and they're all labeled with various things that you'll have to investigate further. So on your next turn, if you want to investigate that, you could. So after that, we're up to Davalon.
Okay, so I am going to take the disengage action on a rogue, so I can't bonus action it. And I'm just going to step away from Bella, but not into the moonbeam, just into the other, away from Bella, so that Bella can actually get out of there into her sister, because she was surrounded on three sides. So I'm just going to step away, and that'll be my turn.
Okie doke. So that now brings us to Ophalia, who is then going to... Oh, yeah,
Damage.
make her check.
Nice.
No, 11. That doesn't pass, was it? 11.
No, it does not. She takes 15 radiant damage.
It's 15. Right, okie doke. So, after being burnt by the frickin' moon, she is going to, because she can't move out of it because there's no fucking space. She didn't want to move closer to you guys. She is going to reach forward with her gross old lady fingers. And, oh my god, I can't tell the alphabet. Where is it? Yeah, so she puts forward her hand with a gnarled, gross-looking finger. She points at Kerchak, and a black beam of energy zooms out from the end of her finger. And I need to make a ranged spell attack.
Oh god, for a second I thought that was disintegrate.
22 to hit.
That happens to hit since my AC is 14.
Right, well, you now only deal half damage with weapon attacks that use strength. At the end of your turn, though, you can make. No, you can only deal half damage.
Oh, I can only deal. Oh.
Yeah. You feel significantly less strong than you used to. But you can, at the end of your turn, make Constitution saving throws to try and break the spell effect.
Sweet, my con's pretty okay.
Okay.
At the end of my turn.
At the end of your turn, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So.
And he can still use Bardic Inspiration, right, for that?
Yep, he could use it once. Because once he uses it, it's gone. But.
Bardic Inspiration, does that not have like a time period to be used
10
in
minutes.
as well? 10 minutes. But that's fine then.
That's a fucking long ass time in combat, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so after casting that at Rahal.
I'm still gonna attack Bella because I don't know what the crown does, so. Is that a 10 or a 20? It's a 10. Oh. Plus 5, 15.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
Then I don't do anything. Oh, maybe I do. No, I don't, because the second was a natural 1.
Okay. So unfortunately, you do not manage to chomp down on everyone's favourite hag. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, can't. Really?
Alright. It is now Bella's turn, and she is commanded to go punch her sister in the face. So she moves over to her sister, stands in the moonbeam.
Would you walk past me?
She does walk past you.
She also walks out of melee range of Kerchak.
And
yeah. So everyone except Chandra make attacks of opportunity.
19.
19 hits.
That is going to be the 26.
26 hits. Natural 20 from Jamie. Right, you all hit. Davalon damage first, please.
That's going to be 10.
10, and that's from your magical weapon, right?
Yes, my glowing, sparkly rapier. It's
okay. So you stab her as she walks past. Rahal?
11 damage.
11.
Piercing, though.
Okay. And Kerchak.
$17.
Did you double the dice?
I double the dice, yeah.
Yeah.
But not the rage damage.
Just what was your dice total? Because you only deal half damage right now. So you crits aren't.
I've moved the dice already. So 17 minus 6. So that's going to be 11. 11 was the dice damage.
Right, okay. Maths. Okay, so she failed the moonbeam, so how much was that?
8 radiant damage.
8. Jesus. She's taken a battering just trying to get over to her sister. She has to roll to attack her sister. Oh god, she hits. With a 23, she hits her sister. Where are my d8s? Where did they go? That's 1. That's 2. Jesus Christ. Yeah, she clobbers the shit out of her sister. Yep, that's a real nasty hit. And as she rakes her claw at her sister, Ophalia is like, Bella, what are you doing? Ah! Okay, so that's the end of Bella's turn. Oh, she gets to make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she succeeds.
No.
So the spell effect ends as she hit her sister. She's like, Ophalia! And then she turns and... Okay, Kerchak.
Right. Because I've seen that my attacks don't seem to do quite as much damage yet.
Mhm.
How are they positioned in the windmill? Is there any sort of ledge that they're above that they could potentially be kicked over?
No, as it stands, the one closest to it, like a ledge where the staircase was that you came up, would be Davalan. They're on the other side. They are in front of a window, though.
Oh.
It's not a
Would
very
it
big
be
window, but
far out of the... But is there a chance that they could be kicked through it?
yeah.
Defenestrate them.
In which case, reckless attack.
Yep.
Because what else was reckless attack made for but kicking hags through windows?
You will
You'd
get
have
hit
to-
by the moonbeam.
You'd have to pick one, and you would get hit by Moonbeam.
Not the one that attacked the other one. So
Right, you want
the one that got attacked.
Ophalia.
Ophalia, yeah.
Yeah, she's the one that's closest to the window.
Yeah, if I'm just kicking, what sort of bonus would I add to the roll?
It's a shove.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
not
shove.
sure
So
about
it's
that.
athletics. It's an athletics check, not an
Athletics.
attack.
It's contested,
Athletics
isn't it,
check.
by her?
Oh well,
Yes.
if it's an athletics check, then it's pretty much this. It's the same number then.
Remember, you're raging, so you have advantage on it.
Oh, well, I had advantage anyway because I did reckless, but fair enough. Either way, you. It was a 22 from me, but fine, I guess.
Yeah, even if it wasn't, if it was like 19 or 18, the hags are fucking strong apparently. But you attempt to push her. You plant your foot and you press, but whatever spell she's cast on you, man, it's just sapped your strength.
Yeah.
You don't quite have it in you.
Damn it.
But you would be in the moonbeam, so you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. And I need to make a con save as well afterwards.
Yeah.
So dex is an 18, and con is... I rolled a 17 on both. Con... But I have proficiency in con. So... con is a 23.
Yeah. You pass both.
And... Alright, cool.
So you feel
7.
your strength return to you, but how much damage does he take?
7 damage I rolled in total, so I think it's 3?
Yeah.
Or 4?
Resisted.
No, it's radiant. Oh, you are...
Bear
there,
totem,
yeah,
I
never
resist
mind.
everything but psychic. So, what do I take in total?
1 then if you resist, because you made the save down to 3,
And resist.
then 1.
Right. Sweet!
Okay.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
You're like, I don't know what the fuss is about this moonbeam. It ain't nothing.
I walk around outside at night, it's fine. What is the moon?
Alright, Chandra, you're up.
Okay, so I can probably feel that my spell sort of dissipated.
Yeah, you would feel that. Yeah.
So, let's see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go upstairs and which one of these ladies looks sort of worse?
Bella definitely looks worse. She's got wounds all over her from where your comrades have been stabbing her. Her arm looks torn because you can see Rahal has blood on her muzzle. She's looking pretty bloody rough.
I think I think I'm just gonna cast Crown of Madness on her again.
All right. Okay, so that is again another wisdom save. Natural 20.
Oh no!
She makes the save, unfortunately. So that's your
Yeah, I
action.
knew I should use fish. Yep, I'll just hang out. You know.
Stay fabulous on the stairs.
Just lounge.
Yeah.
All right, Davilan. The man with the plan.
So I can't hit either of them without getting moonbeamed, right?
Yeah, they're both securely in the moonbeam.
Right. So for my bonus action, I would like to divine sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any celestials, fiends, or undead?
Oh yeah, Bella and Nephalia are definitely huge fiends. They are fiends.
In that case, then, I will pull my flask, one of my flasks of holy water, out of my satchel, and lob it at them.
Okay. What does that do? I've never been across weaponized holy water in D&D before.
I don't know. I'm just going to look now.
Interesting, considering I'm also in a Curse of Strahd game as a cleric.
Yeah, but you're not as extra as me.
Are you about to find out that holy water does
Does
a
nothing.
shit ton of damage all the time? It's like, oh my god, I could have done this.
I should have looked it up.
Ranged attack. This is... Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do it at Bella. And if I hit, it does 2d6 radiant damage.
Oh, snap.
So, and it does count as a weapon. So I'm going to throw this with a natural 18.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
So that's that. Even without proficiency bonus, that's a 24, 22. Sorry. And because it's a weapon, and it's not a ranged weapon, it's a ranged attack. I'm gonna smite.
Okay. I will allow ranged smites because I said we would do.
You did, because I asked this about.
Because it's
we asked
cool.
about this.
If you're gonna be a Dex Paladin, it's cool. You'd be like,
Yeah,
Sandra
sorry.
from Clock Tower.
I'm gonna make it glow, and then throw it. So that's 2d6 plus 2d8.
Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So it's all radiant damage, and that is 21 points of radiant damage.
Holy fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
We see Susie put in her DM notes how much damage is taken, and then her player notes that she must stock up on holy water.
Okay. As the holy water splashes against her and you see it burn her flesh, she screams an unholy scream and tries to wipe it off herself, but is only spreading it further, somehow making her wounds appear even more hideous.
To see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz.
I'm meditating. Okay, so is there anything else you want to do?
I'd be amazed at how well that worked.
Okay, so that brings us to Ophalia, who...
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. She... she has advantage. She rolled 2 17s. So she makes her save.
Yeah, she still takes 5.
She still takes 5. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's respectable damage. She is going to let me find the spell. Fucking where is it? There it is. She brings up her hand and she brings it to her chest, and you watch as she disappears. Not a word to her sister, and you see Bella go, Ophalia! Where did you go?
Just on a like that doesn't incur an attack of opportunity, does it? Because it's a disappear
She
thing.
just went.
Damn it!
Oh, can I still feel her presence there?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Can I feel her presence anywhere within 60 feet?
No.
Oh.
She has vanished. That brings us to Rahal. Rahal, you watch as Ophalia just vanishes. And Bella looks visibly perturbed, and now she looks very scared and very wounded. Her flesh is all burnt and pockmarked. She has hideous wounds in her body, her arms in tatters. What do you want to do?
There's not much I can do.
Just watch her flesh get seared by your moonbeam.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I should look around for. I'll leave her in the moonbeam and I will go downstairs in wolf form.
Okay, yeah. So you just peace out.
Because I didn't hear any of what you did with the feeling and the sensation and that. So.
Okay.
Just use my movement to go downstairs.
Okay. So you head downstairs. Is there anything you want to do while you're down there?
Nope. Can I leave the house? I mean, is the door still open? Can I see if
The
she's
door
outside?
is open. You would be able to get to like the doorway with your full
Okay.
movement.
That's what
How
I'll
much
do.
movement do you have as a wolf? Is it 30 still?
50. No, 50. I think.
Oh Jesus, you could get out the door if you wanted.
50. I will do that.
Okay, so you can get a little bit out the door and you look around. Roll a perception check.
So... Is that hearing as well? Because it's smell and hear. I get advantage.
you're looking for her, so I'll give you advantage with your wolf senses.
Wolf movement is 40.
Oh, it's 40.
Are you sure? No, I'm a dire wolf.
She's
Here.
Dire wolf is 50.
Oh, dire wolf.
Yeah, dire wolf is 50.
She a big doggy.
Hey.
Big old spiky
Even more
dog.
fluffy.
A woof, not a
19. I rolled a 19 all in all.
Okay, so you sniff the air, you train your keenly aware ears or whatever. You can't detect the other hag. She has seemingly just vanished. You can hear small talk between Ismark and Arena. They seem to be like whispering like, what's going on in there? I hear screaming and fighting. Should we go help them? And Ismark's like, no, they told us to stay here. It's safe here. We don't know what's happening up there. And, you know.
Good boy. And next turn I will go back in.
Okay. So, that brings us to Bella, who is,
Gonna take some moonbeam damage.
she's gonna take some moonbeam damage. See if she, Oh, get fucked. I rolled very low. She did not pass her saving throw.
She only takes 9 damage though.
Only.
That's exactly how much you needed. How do you want to melt her?
Oh, I literally want her to melt, and I want the skin to first fall off, and so you can see the muscle underneath, and then the muscle, and then the bones so slowly.
Is this like Raiders of the Lost Ark, sort of?
Yeah.
So this
I want
is some
the
like
eyes to
Ark of the,
plop out.
this
and
Ark
it
of the
looks like-
Covenant style radiant damage.
She looks like she's
specific
just
radiant
glanced upon the
damage.
Ark of the Covenant, like she's screaming, and as her mouth is open, you see the flesh around it drop, her eyes widen as she just melts, and it looks painful, it looks hideous, and she just drops into a pathetic pile of rags and puddle of kind of flesh and bone.
Yikes. I didn't even see it.
I did, because I'm still in Moonbeam as well.
Oh. Did you take?
Wait,
No,
it's not my go
your
yet,
turn.
but
Yeah.
I feel
Okay.
like it's my go after, though, isn't it?
Yes.
I might
And
take.
with that, we are out of initiative order.
Does he still take damage?
It depends if you've
If
still
you
got
want me
the
to
spell
roll
up.
for it,
Yeah.
Because I can't see that you're still in there. The moonbeam would still be
It makes
there.
sense that yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
I'll still roll for it. Yeah.
I only rolled a 7, so
Well, I rolled a 4. What's the save?
14. So 7.
Yeah,
It's
there's
still
literally
half
no
to
way for
3.
me to save it. Right, cool.
All right, so you have seemingly cleared the windmill of Bella and Athalia. You don't know where Athalia went, but Bella, you know where she went. She's a puddle.
I still want to like kick the puddle, because
Oh, sorry, go on.
she melted in front of me. I was about to hit her, and she
Still
melted in front of me.
Still standing in the moonbeam.
I know I'm raging, but that is unforgivable.
The windmill falls eerily quiet as you no longer hear the sisters talking and chatting amongst themselves. But somewhere above, you hear the faint sound of what sounds like children crying. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh, come on.
The tears of children. Yeah.
Children are crying! The
It's my
end.
alarm clock. It's my alarm clock.
Your alarm clock is children crying.
Well done,
No, my alarm
guys.
clock.
You are a true DM.
So far,
I
this
made-
has been the most successful old Bonegrinder encounter I've seen. So good job. I'm proud of you.
I almost died.
It's the ego. It's the egos.
I almost died.
I
But you
took,
didn't, and that's the important part.
I took 32 points of damage in one round, and everyone else went, oh well.
I took very little damage at the encounter. So
I had to use all of my resources for the day. One encounter to stay alive.
You were fighting hags, man.
Ran into a room after a crow told us not to.
You were warned.
Listen, I don't care about COVID.
But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the combat. Bit wobbly, but it's... I always struggle with combat in D&D. But, you know,
D&D,
we did all right. We did it.
Yeah, we got it.
But yeah, make sure to follow us all on our social medias. Marissa does awesome things, so you should buy stuff that she's done. Have you got anything new coming out, Marissa, that you can talk about?
Yes. I think I mentioned last time I'm doing Star Trek fill-ins.
Yep.
Okay, so those are coming out soon. There's some previews on my Twitter about them. Then I'm also doing some fill-ins on Slam. It's the roller derby comic.
Dope.
And then if anyone is going to Rose City Comic Con, I'm doing a panel on looking at fashion and using it in your character design.
Oh my
And-
god.
I know,
it
right?
seems to fit. Somehow it
So-
seems to fit.
That's
make
going to be
sense,
with Jen Bartel and Erica Henderson and Ramon Villalobos and Babs Tarr on that.
Holy shit.
So that's it's a pretty fashionable panel. So if anybody wants to do that, I'll try to record it and post it. And then
Please wear
Don't-
a Chandra outfit for it. I will
Which
be-
one? There are many.
I
and,
trust her.
Come see
Annie.
me at Thought Bubble,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
also in September.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll also be there, but I won't be doing anything cool. I'll be opening doors.
I'll be there, but I'll be a pundit. So I can go say hello to everybody this time instead of last year where I was chained to my table.
And this year, speaking as someone who'll be volunteering, previous years it's been a well-oiled machine. This year they've moved the venue, so please bear with the red shirts, because huge change of venue to the center of town will be quite an ordeal.
Mhm.
So please bear with us, volunteers. We might not know exactly what we're doing, but we will say yes with a smile on our face and try our best.
Well, they bear with you. I'll be with the bears in Canada.
I am a better
Oh.
barbarian. Okay.
Are you proud of me for that one, Jamie? Are
like,
you proud
so
of me?
proud.
Okay, so
Oh
proud.
boy. Anyway, is there anything else anybody else wants to plug? Talavera on Mondays, Mod D&D on Mondays. If you are new to the channel, I will put a link in for the YouTube where you can also catch up on past bike clubs. Watch Talivate, it's rad, most of us are in it. Besides that, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you a week on Wednesday. 2 weeks today. Jesus Christ, brain. Blech.
2 weeks.
We will see you later.
Yeah,
is the
we'll see
easier
you
way
at
of
a
saying what you
point
just tried
in the
to say.
future.
Yes.
Not
Alright.
now, at some point other than
Just
now.
close this, right?
I'm just gonna bye
Bye,
everybody.
Bye.